Back to the boxing, gentlemen.
Round one.
A good matchup ahead. Jordan, what do we know of these two combatants?
You got Christian Pocev in the black and gold trunks. He's 3-0 on the professional scene, two-time Victorian amateur champion, really a silky welterweight, and he's definitely a rising star on the Victorian and Australian welterweight scene. He's coming up against an Indonesian, though, in Bima Prakosa, who had his last fight in May against Shady Suad, the WBF Australasian super lightweight champion. So for me in this one, this is going to be an interesting contest, but for me, Pocev is the heavy favourite.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Jordan. We saw Prakosa lose on points here to Shady Suad in May, as you said, and Shady busted his hand. I think it was in round 2. He busted his right hand, and to Prakosa's credit, he went the distance, but Shady won a pretty clear decision. So we've got Christian Pocev here, dangerous with both hands, landing good shots, and he's got to be a heavy favourite, I think.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Prakosa is matched up against Shady, that's a big props for him.
Yeah, well, he went the distance, but he's in trouble here in the opening.
Well, he's already in a little bit of bother.
Half, yeah.
Definitely. Procev looking all class. Have a look at that, hands down, just slipping, weaving, beautifully done, up and down, the pretty boy, doing it nicely.
He's similar to his teammate Simplice Fotsala, who we saw in the third fight, the Cameroonian. Changes the angles and a really good mover around the ring.
Yeah, very good body puncher, Mark. Yeah. He's landing vicious shots to the body of his Indonesian opponent.
I'll tell you what, if Procev's been sparring with that type of quality fighter, his head movement's going to be sharp, especially always sparring with a lightweight. They may not have the power, but they'll ping you. So it makes you speed up on your defensive skills.
Yeah, and you can see that he's had great sparring. He's moving beautifully. His head movement's terrific. Look at that beautiful right hand.
Getting down nice and low. It's good base.
His last fight was in June against Bachayan Kamon from Thailand. He got the decision victory in I think it was a 4-round contest. But this is more of a showcase fight. He wants some of the big fish in the Victorian division, the likes of Adam Qualis, these sort of guys. Adam Qualis fights Dan Kennedy in Sydney next week. So these are some of the names on his list.
Yeah, Qualis is quality as well. Actually, that'd be a great matchup, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, Danny Kennedy comes to fight. He was, he got stopped against Jack Brubaker, but he was putting up a hell of a fight. That'll be a great fight.
All class, Procev. Just probing with the lead, stepping out. Have a look at that angle change. Beautifully done, Procev. Just working. Not overpowering in every shot either. Conserving energy wisely and then letting it go when you can.
Just nice, clean shots.
Bima Prakosa in his 6 losses has been stopped 3 times, so he's a little bit durable in terms of he's gone the distance against Dylan Emery. But what a right hand there from Prakosa, and he's put Pocev on the deck, and that's a knockdown there, Hammer.
Definitely.
That's a shock. That's the shock of the night. That one right there.
7.
Prakosa throwing the money shot for him. We didn't see it coming.
What an excellent round number 1.
That's going to give him a bit of a buck up. Prakosa getting the count
and winning the round.
Once again, action from the opening round, gentlemen.
It was dominant from Pocev, but that knockdown rules at 10-8 in favour of Prakosa from Indonesia. So he needs to get on move on now, Pocev, because it's only a 4-round contest.
And you look, those body shots are great. Pocev was winning the round easy. He had his Indonesian opponent in trouble a couple of times, but one punch, you're always one punch from disaster. And when you're fighting with your hands down low like that, you are going to get tagged every now and then, and he got hit cleanly.
Yeah, that's a lot of fighters will these days. They watch a lot of Mayweather and the guys that can do it at that level. They try and do it at their level, and it comes badly unstuck for them.
Like that. Yep.
Keep the hands up at all times.
For sure. And the chin down. But up until then, it was all Christian Pocev. That one punch has lost him the round and puts him 2 points behind after 1 round.
Look at that slipping out. Pocev doing it nicely.
Yeah, showing some good defensive skills here, Pocev, but I think he's going to learn a lot from that knockdown in the first round, and he'll be smarter in his work in the remaining 3 rounds.
Yeah, you would think so. And look, I still think Posev's every chance of stopping Prakosa here in this fight.
Probing with the jab, but he's still dropping that lead hand down low after the jab, though, isn't he?
He is.
He's going to zip line it out and back, nice and linear. Straight back.
Open for that countering right.
Yeah, leave your jaw exposed for the least amount of time is the golden rule.
Prakosa's an experienced campaigner, been on the pro scene for 3 years, but on his pro debut fought Naoya Inouye's cousin, Koko Inouye, and got stopped in the opening round. So comes against sort of being in the ring with the best fighters.
He's having a crack here. Pocev looks the classier of the two, but, you know, his Indonesian opponent is in front because of that one-punch knockdown in the first round.
Pocev is bouncing nicely on the balls of the feet. Certainly shook off that knockdown.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I just worry sometimes he gets into range with his hands down a bit low, and he doesn't want to be caught with another airtime punch.
No, he certainly wouldn't, but look, he's doing so much good stuff like slipping, sidestepping, and, you know, landing real good clean body shots that have got to take their toll.
Don't forget, Pocev, only 22 years of age, so the Macedonian-born fighter has got a lot of sort of upside to his craft.
Oh, again, he gets tagged with that hook, Barry. That right hook.
Yeah.
From Prakosa. Just a bit of a slap to the jaw there, Pocev.
Yeah, not a real
Just like to see
dangerous
that
shot.
hand up.
Yeah, I'd like to see turn his shoulder.
Turn the shoulder in, yeah.
Oh, good right hand from Pocev.
Clubbing overhand. Wobbly on his feet. A little is Prakosa. He looks buggered, to use the technical term, doesn't he?
He does.
Prakosa. But just, he just keeps digging deep and finding that little bit more.
He's got some ticker, I tell you. He showed that against Chatty, but he's getting out-punched well and truly here in round 2 of this contest. Oh, good.
Yeah, step across right, beautifully done by Pocev.
And again.
Pocev really lighting him up in this second round, really trying to make a statement against his Indonesian opponent.
Just fakes a little bit, comes back with the double jab cross.
You know, if after the fight, you know, if Pocev wins, you'd think he'd have to go away and study it and consider, you know, making some changes to himself. Because you can't afford to get nailed with right hands like that.
Against a fighter that's going to have a power-packed right hand, it could bring him unstuck, you know, really.
For sure.
Definitely a good learning curve for Pocev, but he's had a great 8-week camp with Terry Zuramanis, who's also been sparring with Caleb Kozak, and as I mentioned before, Simplice Fotsala.
Thank you for the Impressive.
Bit of action from the second round. Pocev making up lost ground after getting that shock 8 count in the first. Pocev turned the pressure up a little bit. Prakosa still dangerous, and especially with that right hook.
Yep.
And Pocev, we're urging him to keep that lead hand and shoulder up.
Chin down, side on, roll those right hands off the shoulder or catch them on the glove. I like the Mayweather style. That's the way I teach my fighters. Roll the shoulder.
You got to at least have the shoulder. You got to have something. If the chin pops up over it, it's all over.
Exactly.
Seconds down. Bima Prakosa, Christian Pocev. Round 3.
Third round, the 4. Pocev, black shorts, gold trim. Prakosa, the blue shorts with the red.
An all-important round for Pocev. For me, he's one point down on the scorecard, so he needs to win the next 2 rounds here, Barry.
Yes, he does. And look, he's the better boxer of the two. He's got the better kit of punches. Just unfortunate that one shot in the first round has put him behind. But, you know, I have the feeling that unless he gets tagged again, he'll run away with this.
Has been active in 2019. This is his 3rd fight of the year. He fought Taina Inouye from New Zealand in February. Got the stoppage victory that night at super welterweight. But was speaking to him during the week, and he said he's looking to drop down maybe to super lightweight.
Yep. Always a good move to, you know, comfortably get down as low as you possibly can.
There's that fine line of, as you said, Barry, comfortably getting down.
Yes.
And
Yep.
exhausting
And
yourself.
it, yes.
And putting yourself in harm's way, really, you know, with dehydration.
The dehydration thing can be extremely dangerous.
We're in an impact sport, and being dehydrated with the likes of what you're doing in centre ring is never a good combination.
For sure. Yep, that's what causes, you know, serious injuries and, you know, quite often can result in a death. Terrible.
So again, just weaving forward, stalks forward with that jab.
The man from Indonesia, though, Bima Prakosa from Yogyakarta, Indonesia, really showing his durability here, Hammer.
He certainly is, and he just looks like he's just hanging in with that last 10%.
Yeah.
But then he pipes up and does something, you know,
yeah,
that's very dangerous. So Yeah, I think as an opponent, you think, oh, I think I've got him here.
Yeah, and then bang.
He catches you with something out of the blue.
Well, you wouldn't have picked that in the first round.
Definitely not.
That came out of the blue.
Looking for that big swing and a miss. Prakosa.
He's also a switch hitter. He changes from orthodox to southpaw, tries to give his opponent different looks.
He is very unorthodox indeed. And, you know, he's got to have a jaw on him if he's gone the distance with Shady, even though, as you said, Shady, with that hand injury, wouldn't have been at full power.
Yeah, that was a cracking, you know, as soon as he landed, I knew he busted his hand. We're sitting in this right here, and yeah, you can see the pain in Shady's face. But a very talented fighter indeed, Shady Sued. He'll be on my card on Friday the 13th of December at the Williamstown Town Hall. China versus Australia. So for our viewers, let's get along.
Where was that one again, Barry?
Williamstown Town Hall, and Friday the 13th of December. Friday the 13th. How can you forget that?
You get lucky.
Get lucky.
I'm going to change it up, or you're going to get lucky at the Williamstown Town Hall.
Pocev on top, landing bombs. The Indonesian tough. He's a tough cookie indeed.
Another dominant round, though, for Pocev. He's changing the levels, going to the midsection of his opponent and then coming up top.
There you go. Good round for Pocev. No, can never ride off Prakosa.
Both fighters touch gloves. Let's make some noise, Melbourne. This is the fourth and final round.
Fourth and final round of this international matchup here. Pretty boy Pocev making up some lost ground after the 8 count in the first. He's got the crowd rallying around him now. Prakosa.
All comes down to this, and Pocev on the inside, they're trying to go to work. He's been more busy than his opponent throughout the 3 rounds and in the start of this 4th round. So we'll see if Prakosa really lifts his input.
Yeah, well, you know, Pocev, if it wasn't for the knockdown, I mean, it'd be a one-sided bout, really. I mean, it was just that one clean shot, but Pocev boxing beautifully this round in the 4th and final round. For my money, on his way to victory, unless he got tagged again, which I think is unlikely.
Definitely a great call there, Barry, for sure.
Nice work, lovely uppercut, the body and left hook.
Showing his technical ability at 22 years of age, Pocev from the western suburbs is the 3rd of the Lions Den fighters in action tonight. And we still got the Cameroonian to come, the heavyweight in Christian Choi.
Oh, looking forward to that. He's a dangerous cookie, Christian Choi, got awesome power.
Really composed in centre ring here, Pocev, for 22 years of age, and just coming forward, trying to constrict his opponent. But Prakosa, a really seasoned professional, holding his own in centre ring.
In a battle of wills and skills. Pocev, though, been dominant, as you mentioned, Barry.
Yeah.
Apart from that 8 count he received.
Yeah, he's definitely on his way to victory for my money. Even with them taking the knockdown into account, he's won everything. He's dominated pretty well.
I'll ask you
most
this:
of the time.
if a fighter is ahead and they get an 8 count, they can still rule that round a draw, can't
Well,
they?
they can actually. He won. Good point. Some of the judges might have actually, not given it to the Indonesian by 2 points, but generally that's a standard, but not always.
We'll see after this one how
Oh,
the judges have seen it. It looks like it's going to go the distance. Look at that. The pretty boy doing a pretty good job in centre ring.
Moves in and out of the pocket nicely and then working in the midsection and upstairs throughout the contest. Prakosa is still standing.
Yeah, incredible.
Just fakes and then rolls the right hand over. I like his angles. Have a look at that switching out.
Brilliant.
That's textbook stuff there, Pocev.
That was beautiful.
Slipping out again. I like his movement, especially off to the left. He does it well.
Definitely the toughest fight of his career. He's going to gain a lot from this in terms of development heading into the future.
For sure. All these fights, it's a learning curve, and experience is such a big thing in our sport.
Money in the bank with the experience with every fight. Prakosa, this is the deceptor. He looks like he's done, and then he just throws something out of angles.
He's still dangerous.
If boxing doesn't work out for him, he can always take up a good acting career, because he's got you on the edge. You never quite know what he's going to do. But what a battle.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. Your 3 judges scored the contest 39-37, 40-37, 38-37, declaring a winner via unanimous points decision. Red corner, Christian Pretty Boy Pocev.
Pocev, winners the Gorillas, with the big hardware there he is on screen, Barry. You're quite impressed by him.
Yeah, very impressive indeed. Just that one little slip up which he can work on.
Wow, what an interesting 4-round fight. That first round, I had you up for sure in that first round with 5 seconds to go. He caught you with a punch unexpectedly, dropped you down for a split second, enough to get an 8 count. But listen well to your corner, and the next 3 rounds nutted out a very impressive victory. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Look, this is boxing, mate. You're going to get hit regardless. It's not what happens when you go down. It's what you do when you get back up. I listened to my corner. I got up, I stayed composed, and I boxed him, and I won the fight.
Man, our 3 men in the commentary position were all saying out of this fight you'll learn so much. It was probably your toughest fight to date and probably your biggest learning curve, and you would have learned a hell of a lot. How do you think that is?
100%. I think my ego just got involved a little bit. I didn't listen to my corner. I stopped boxing. I tried to hit hard. I'm a boxer. I'm here to box. I'll get points. I'll leave clean. I'm pretty boy. That's what it is. But it's definitely a learning curve. I'll learn better for next time.
Mate, anyone like to thank sponsors in your gym?
Sorry, what was that?
Anybody like to thank sponsors your gym?
I want to thank everyone that came out. I'm blessed with an amazing team, amazing coach, amazing cornerman. I've got an amazing girlfriend who always helped me. My parents are always helping me through preparation. I'm truly blessed, and I'm ready for bigger and better things come 2020. I promise that.
Mate, Christian, one last question. Christian, Blinds Then Boxing Academy, they're popping up all over Melbourne in the new Bunnings. I'll tell you what now. You got your own gym. Whereabouts is that?
That's located in Delahaye, so I've been there for about 1.5 years now. I've got my own amateur fighters. I'm a pro fighter myself, so I'm always busy. We're always a busy team, but that's just what it is. I also want to thank Prince Promotions for having me on the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, your victor of bout number 7, the pretty boy, Christian Pocev.